Hey everyone, my name is Carmen and welcome to a new slime review video. Today I'll be giving a 100% honest review on some slimes that I purchased from Five Below. All these slimes were $5 and under, and if I find any on Amazon, I'll link them down below. If you enjoy my slime ASMR and content, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe, and check out my other social media accounts. And stay tuned for my shop relaunch. Now let's start off this video with our first store-bought slime, which is my favorite in this video. This one is called Mochi Ice Cream from the brand SlimyGloop. I purchased this for $5 and you get about 7 ounces of a clear base slime. As you can see from the packaging, it is watermelon themed, so there are watermelon females in there, and it's also scented just like sweet watermelon candy. In my opinion, it's one of my favorite watermelon scents. It's fruity and sweet. Compared to all the other store-bought slime brands I've tried, SlimyGloop does have one of the better scents in my opinion, especially their fruity and candy ones. This clear slime texture was surprisingly good, which is why it's my favorite in this video. It's very squishy, it's semi-stretchy. As you can see, it does require a slower stretch, but I did soften it up to make it a lot stretchier. This one isn't too stiff. The pom-poms add in some texture. I'm really glad I got this slime. It's overall a great one. It makes really nice bubble pops and great for table play as well. And of course, the scent is just so delicious. For $5, it's definitely worth it. If any of you have ever purchased this slime or any other slime in this video before, make sure to share your thoughts below. I would really love to know your opinions on these slimes. This next slime I also purchased for $5, and it's called Play-Doh Slime Super Cloud Snap, and it comes with 2 mini slimes and some bingsu beads. You get a white and blue slime that are both their cloud slime texture, which is not technically a cloud slime but more of a clay slime. These slimes are very tiny and hold less than an ounce each, and they both smell very similar, except that the white one does smell like sweet berries, but the blue one smells more sour, kind of like a blue raspberry. I found the slimes sitting inside the bingsu beads, so they're not really in their own container. I'll start off with the mini white slime, and the texture really threw me off. I have tried the Play-Doh Super Cloud Slime texture multiple times before in my previous reviews, and this one did not feel anything like it. It honestly felt like a squishy type of dough slime, so it kind of reminded me of pizza dough. It rips very easily, it's very squishy, and it's not really sticky either. It really does look and feel like I'm playing with dough. Not really sure if this is intended, but doesn't feel anything like the blue version, and it's just very rippy. I didn't think adding in beads would really help, so I only added a bit and I didn't add too much. There are metallic blue and purple bingsu beads included in the package. Once I added in some bingsu beads into the slime, it added some texture and a little bit of crunch, but overall this just seems like a thing that you would enjoy squishing, and it's not really a great slime. Next, we have the mini blue slime, which does have a slightly more sour berry scent. The texture of this blue super cloud slime is a lot better than the white one and feels just like the other cloud slimes I purchased from Play-Doh. It is a super stretchy and smooth clay slime. Overall, a nice texture. For this slime, I decided to add more beads into it since it was more of a stretchy, slimy texture. Adding in the bingsu beads turns it into a crunchy bingsu slime, and I suggest not adding too much like I did since it would make it too stringy, which means it needs more structure or slime in it. I did decide to mix the two slimes together just to see what it would do, and it didn't really improve the texture, just turned it into a squishy, doughy bingsu slime. In my honest opinion, I don't really recommend this slime unless you're looking for two mini slimes that might not have consistent textures, but I do really like their scent and the coloring of the bingsu beads. At the end of it, you do get a berry scented squishy. Our next slime is also another one from SlimyGloop, also for $5, and this one is a unicorn sweet treats slime. It comes in a purple unicorn container, and I believe there's a pink and purple clear base slime inside, full of glitters. You also get a couple of add-ins. There are purple foam beads, rainbow sprinkles, and a gummy bear charm on the bottom. And it really surprised me when I saw this hole on the bottom of the container. That little hole takes away space for more slime in this container, so you might think you might be getting more, but you're actually getting just about 5 ounces of slime. The orange gummy bear charm is super cute and matches the packaging, and I do love how the add-ins match the whole slime. There is a purple slime on the bottom and a pink slime on top, and I loved how they didn't mix at all. And it was a little difficult getting it out of the container since it was so narrow on the bottom. I had to use my little butter knife. Once I got it all out, I was able to fully mix in the add-ins, and it turned into a clear base squishy semi-foam slime. It does feel somewhat similar to the watermelon mochi ice cream one, but the glitters do add a little bit of texture, and it does feel like this one's a little bit thicker. I still like the texture. It is nice and holdable. It's a slow stretch slime. It makes really nice bubble pops, and it's overall a really great clear base store-bought slime. And the SlimyGloop does have its signature clear slime texture, so it doesn't feel like your regular clear slime. It's slightly chewier, and it does have a little bit of resistance. And half the time you do get a batch that isn't stiff, and it's nice and stretchy, which is great for bubble pops. After playing with the slime for a while, it eventually softened up on its own. It became stretchier, and I was able to inflate it to make a lot of bubble pops. The foam beads add some nice texture and a little bit of crunch. The scent for the slime is also amazing. It really reminds me of a fruity candy-like scent. The packaging does say it's scented cherry and blue raspberry, and it does smell just like that, but the candy version of it. In my opinion, it smells so good. I definitely recommend this slime if it interests you. If you do get a stiffer batch, then you'll have to soften it with some glycerin. Next, we have Crispy Crunch Slime. This one is about 4 ounces of slime for $3.50 from Five Below. It is a bright neon green clear base slime with some slushy beads on top. As you can see, it's not a fully packed slime with slushy beads, which is actually a blessing. I have reviewed a different color in a previous review, and they are pretty much the same. It's a clear putty slime that does have a nice top crunch once you're pushing the beads in, but once you mix it all in, it's not really a great texture. It's very stiff, but it is holdable, and it's not that stretchy. Beads fall out pretty easily, and I definitely only recommend this if you have some glycerin or slime softener on hand. Because once I softened it up, the texture improved a lot. There was no bead fallout, the slime is stretchy, and it was crunchy, and it made nice bubble pops. So for $3.50, you get a decent crunchy putty slime, but it is much better once you soften it up. The slime is unscented and I don't really smell any strong odor besides a light familiar glue scent. Next up, we have Crazy Sensations Mix and Match a Satisfying Compound. This one comes with a slime compound and an add-in to mix into the slime. And I believe they have multiple versions with different textures, colors, and add-ins. The slime also comes with this tiny little pamphlet with all the versions that you can get. And I really think this packaging is cute, but not very efficient in holding slime. It does remind me of like yogurt or snack dips. The slime does come in its own little container, but it's not very reusable since it's a very thin plastic and it's so difficult getting the slime out of the container, it just sticks. Anyways, this is a yellow microbead foam that comes with some pink bingsu beads. It's pretty packed with beads and the slime in this is very thick and slightly sticky. I did add all the bingsu beads just to see what the texture would be like, and it's not really a great idea since there's not enough slime base in it to support all the add-ins. At the end, you do get a super crunchy slime, but it's not very stretchy. It's just fun to squish and squeeze and pull apart, but you don't get any satisfying bubble pop since there's not enough base in it. This one was also $5, and honestly, I don't really recommend it. I would suggest going for another slime like the SlimyGloop ones or the Nickelodeon or Crazy Art ones. This one is unscented and I don't really smell any strong odors. For our second to last slime in this video, we have SlimyGloop Mix-Ems Color Shift Crunch. This one is another slime kit that was $5 from Five Below, and you get about 2.5 ounces of a SlimyGloop slime and 3 different add-ins. It comes with light blue bingsu beads, color shifting purple glitters, and some sugar scrub beads. It's a great variety of gorgeous add-ins. This SlimyGloop slime was a vibrant blue and it had a bunch of color shifting glitters throughout it, so it kind of looks blue and purple in different lights. And the texture of this feels very similar to the other SlimyGloop slimes in this video. It's a very squishy and chewy, semi-stretchy clear slime that makes nice bubble pops and does leave a little bit of wet residue on your hands. I did decide to add some of the add-ins in there and not too many since I wasn't too sure if there would be a lot of fallout. They were very satisfying to mix in since it was nice and crunchy and the colors just matched so well. The add-ins mixed in so nicely and there was no fallout either. So I decided to soften up the slime with some glycerin just to see if I could make it better. Once I softened it up with some glycerin, the texture improved so much. It was super stretchy, really great for bubble pop, and the add-ins just worked so well with the slime, so I decided to add the rest in. The final texture is amazing. It's a bluish purple crunchy slime with a bunch of different add-ins in it. It is still super sparkly, and I really like how I can inflate it. Definitely recommend this if you're looking for a color shifting crunchy slime from SlimyGloop. Just make sure you have some sort of slime softener to soften it up in case you get a really stiff batch. Lastly, in this slime review video, we have a Compound Kings Butter Donuts that was also $5 from Five Below. I'm going to start off by saying that this is definitely not worth it. You don't get a lot of slime and it's mostly just packaging. There are 3 different colored buttery slimes in here, a brown, white, and pink, and they're all in these little plastic donut shapes. You also get 2 bags of sprinkles, and I feel like I'm supposed to have a 3rd one, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Anyways, I'll be starting off with this brown one, which did look dry, and it did feel dry. The top part of it was pretty dried out, and the bottom was still a little soft, but overall, it didn't soften up. It was just dried up clay. It wasn't stretchy at all, not satisfying, but it does have a light chocolate donut scent. Next, we have a pink one, which does have a similar sweet donut scent, and this one wasn't dried out at all. The texture is soft, creamy, and smooth. It's stretchy and pretty satisfying, but it does feel like pure clay. And if you've seen my previous reviews of Compound Kings Butter Slime, they are not technically butter slime, but are just creamy, scented clay. They do make a nice squishy texture, but they are much better once you mix it into slime. Lastly, we have the white one, which is lightly scented like sweet donuts. And again, this one is just like the pink one. It is pure clay that's creamy and soft and smooth and would be perfect to add into slime. Eventually, I decided to mix all 3 colors up, and it really reminds me of a Neapolitan ice cream. It mixes into a light brown, and the texture does change a little bit. It is soft and smooth, but it does have the chunky, dry pieces from the brown one. That is all for my Five Below Store-Bought slime review video. I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!